My friend Bob Shotwell always liked to be right in the thick of things.
I guess I have one of the most prime locations in Camden, right in the middle of the harbor. Right in the middle. And I see Mount Batty, I see the harbor, I see the Atlantic.
He didn't like to talk about his age, preferring to be around people who can match his energy, not his years.
I always like to work with younger people. I don't want to be around anybody my age, ever. Because all you do is ache and pain and then moan, and I got this ache, that pain, this, that. And they take 2 martinis and go to bed or something, I don't know.
I mean, how many 90-year-olds do you know who have done this?
It was a discussion, like, are you sure you're doing this for the right reasons? I think he was already made up his mind that he was going to jump.
That was about 3 months after his 90th birthday, and that was 8 years ago. You can do the math.
He's the original energizer. You know, he just ding, 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 keeps going and nothing stops him. I have great pictures of him, bleeding like a stuck pig, 2 people carrying him back in. Well, just put a bandage on and come on, let's get to work, what's next? And that's Shotwell. What's next?
He still drives, yeah. And he's a good driver.
I call him up and say, you want to play some golf? But usually I can't get him because he's busy with something. He's always busy.
He just keeps moving. He just doesn't stop.
5 years after his bungee jump, he drove this Mini from Chicago to Santa Monica on the old Route 66 on his own.
You know, Route 66 is gradually falling apart.
Route 66 may have been falling apart, but he wasn't.
You got to be really alert to drive it, but a tremendous amount of fun.
Bob moved to Camden in the late 90s and immediately started making his mark on his adopted town. So you started getting involved in a lot of local activities.
Oh yeah, right away.
He's sort of a little like a gnat in Camden, you know, just irritating everybody, but moving them along.
He won't take no. I'm sure there is a number of people who have said yes to him just to get him to stop calling them.
He had a lot of irons in the fire.
Hey, how you doing?
He was part owner of a restaurant and a trustee of a local nonprofit.
A lot of work.
Some old-timers?
That's really a tough deal. Old school, old people, you know, can't get them a
They
change.
need a youngster like you to come in and help
Yeah,
them out.
somebody to kick them in the ass.
In 2008, Bob thought Camden needed a cinema. At first, the idea was to refurbish and reopen this old building.
This was the initial idea, concept started.
Even though the old theater was a local landmark, the site of the world premiere of Peyton Place, he couldn't make the numbers work.
That's when I got a hold of Ben and we started to work on another idea, which is, you don't know what that is.
The Camden Film Festival.
Film Festival.
So that's got the main stage.
He's talking about Ben Fowley, the artistic director of the Camden International Film Festival and now the executive director of its new parent, the Points North Institute.
Got a lot of master classes on editing, scoring, which is new for us. A director's commentary.
I wanted a lot of that.
Yeah.
Bob pushed the team to expand its vision, to not just create a regional film festival, but a whole new organization to inspire and mentor the next generation of filmmakers.
Someone that's motivated me to think much bigger. He's been in a lot of ways my white rabbit, something I've been chasing and motivating me and our entire staff.
And I keep pushing them. Pushing them. More, faster, better.
Tell me about this.
This is the whole family.
Bob's journey began in 1920 in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is a little bit different now than it was then, right?
Yeah.
You got the knickers on there.
Oh yeah.
He went to Beverly Hills High School. He was a star sprinter and a talented golfer. He was always interested in photography and the movies. From the beginning, he was a hustler. As a teenager, he sold magazines door to door.
Didn't have any fear factor. I just knock on the door and say, good evening, good afternoon. I'm selling the Saturday Evening Post or Liberty, and I'd like to sell you one.
He's a salesman. He's the arch salesman, the best salesman you've ever met. And it stems from his liking people.
He went to the University of Southern California Then just before graduation, he got drafted. He served in World War II as a combat cameraman. After the war, he married his college sweetheart, Barbara Deem.
I just took to her immediately, and she would say, you know, how'd you wind up marrying this guy? Me. She says, I just gave up.
She was a true partner in every way, helping him start and grow a very successful business and raising their 3 children.
When she was in the hospital about to pass away, she looked at me and said, good luck. He's gonna last till 100.
I don't know why we don't do that. I got good contacts there.
You do?
When somebody says to me, you can't do it, I say, well, I'll take that job. And that's exactly what happened in starting the film festival thing.
I think a little mission statement doesn't hurt.
He'd meet with the leaders of the film festival and guide them with his characteristic energy.
I put the screws to you. I said, you better hire him if you want me to do anything. We're not going to make it without Sean. Get him!
Bob knew how to focus on a goal and never gave up.
Bob just doesn't leave any stones unturned. He gets up every morning and just goes at it, and he's relentless.
He's one of those people who says, this is something we got to get done, and we got to get it done right now.
He gets something into his head, and by God, he's going to make it happen. A dog with a bone that ain't letting go. That's Shotwell.
Big amount of help.
Bob was a great friend. He really wanted you to succeed and would push you with the same tenacity he pushed himself.
When he asks you questions to push you, it's not like you're gonna fail and disappoint him necessarily, but he wants to find the little ways to help you out along the way, which is so cool.
I think he really wants everybody at the top of their game. You know, I mean, there's a little pressure, but not obnoxiously so, or maybe obnoxiously so a few times.
He was adamant about finishing what he started. He finally got his USC diploma in 2005.
Robert Shotwell.
He always embraced new technology. He controlled his hearing aids with his iPhone.
He's generally interested in the new cool item, the new cool tool.
All right, so I've got a picture to show you.
Bob likes people. On occasion, I have found him in the bar, and he knows everybody in the bar by the time I get there. He just likes people, likes meeting them, likes hearing their stories.
This is the day that I met you.
Oh, I know where that is. Arizona.
Yep. This is the first time we met.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I do, only clearly as now. I thought you might forget.
What kept Bob going for so long, with energy that would be impressive at any age?
I do remember him saying, hey, look, at my point in life, everything is icing on the cake.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a call. You know, what's the next thing he's going to demand?
If I am a part of something successful, that's how I like to be remembered. And I think I've done that in most things I've done. You know, the companies I've started and the people I've helped along the road. Those guys today say, Bob, you changed my life. I'm grateful for everything that's happened. Gee whiz, what a ride. What a ride.